the biggest news in the NBA last night was the poster jam that Ant-Man laid on John Collins
Oh my
as the
God.
Minnesota Timberwolves took the victory in Utah. And if you didn't see the game or hear the call, this is what happened.
First half, another turnover for Utah. Edwards gets it back and threw it down and one from the rafters. The ant hitter's hurt his hand.
Man, he dunked on him so hard, DB. John Collins sat on the ground for like, I don't know, what was it, 5 or 10 minutes?
It was about 5-10 minutes, man. Like, did this really just happen?
Did this really just happen to me? And Ant-Man wanted to kind of flex on him, but he dunked on that boy so hard he hurt himself.
He dunked on him so hard he hurt himself. Had to
He
go
hurt
to
himself,
the,
man.
had to go back to the locker rooms for a minute. That's crazy. If that's not disrespectful, I don't know what is, man.
I agree with you, DB, man. That's the most, in my opinion, I don't know if it's the greatest dunk in the NBA ever, but it's definitely one of the more disrespectful ones I've ever seen in my life.
Crazy posterized. He's most definitely going on a poster.
Going on a poster on my wall.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On
Matter
my
of fact,
wall.
it should be a moving picture.
So it should be a motion graphic.
Right. It should be a motion graphic.
I feel you, man.
It
A moving picture, man.
was
Ant-Man.
disgusting.
And it's like the second time that he didn't beat the Jazz in like 3 or 4 days. It's the second game that they didn't play them since this weekend. Destroyed them over the weekend. Destroyed them last night. DB, I watched them highlights from that game, right? If you see, bro, they could not stop Ant-Man, bro. He was getting the ball. He wasn't even passing the ball.
Yeah.
There were plenty of people open. He was, man, Ant-Man looked Michael Jordan-esque last night, if you ask me. I never seen him so unstoppable looking, but I guess the confidence in Ant-Man's game is going to the next level, if you ask me.
Oh my
DB.
God. Oh, it's there. It's going out most definitely all the way, man. And not only that, it's like he saw them the game before and was like, yeah, dude. They must have said something slicky like, yeah, oh yeah, I
I
got
was
you.
about to ask you that. I was like, man, what did John Collins do to that boy?
Man, he must have said something crazy to him, man.
Something about his mama or something?
He spent the block on him. He most definitely spent the block on him, man.
Spinning and spinning and spinning.
Spinning and spinning and spinning.
Yeah, got him too, man.
And got him,
Man.
And you know what? He's always trying to put somebody on something, man.
He does.
He remind me of Job with the explosiveness, man. Cause they
Nah,
so
DB. He reminds me of Michael Jordan.
they
Yo, man, they was comparing him. They was using Michael Jordan comparisons with him early in the season. I thought this was crazy. And but that's because I don't be observing Ant-Man's game. I'm not a big fan of the Timberwolves, so I don't watch a lot of the game. All of a sudden, I'm becoming a very big fan of the T-Wolves.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I think Ant-Man, he always been under my radar. But the more he play and the more disrespectful he get, man, you know, it's hard not to gravitate towards him.
I agree.
It's hard not to check him out. You know what I mean? Like you know, when you doing that, it's almost like he demanding to be watched.
That's right. It's like he taking the reins. It's like he feel like something belonged. It's like he feel like it belonged to him.
Yeah. Like he sending out a statement to everybody.
Is, in your opinion, because we talk about how the European players are taking over the NBA and they kind of becoming the most dominant forces. They winning all of the MVPs. They're usually up there in the top. Of young American-born basketball players, primarily African-American, but all American-born basketball players, do you think Anthony Edwards is the best right now? Is there a better American young superstar? Maybe Jason Tatum. But I'm gonna honestly go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna honestly say that Anthony Edwards' game is up there with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
I agree. I would say him being more respectful and relentless, and being a force when it comes to attacking that rim. and get what he want, I would say he's better. In all honesty, you know what I mean. In all honesty, I think that if you look at his game, man, and how he just move and how he's always just straightforward, he's straight at you. He don't care who's at the rim.
He doesn't.
I don't think Tatum has that in him. I have yet to see that from Tatum.
Yeah. Well, the aggressiveness, yeah. And then look, and I'm not comparing their games like they're similar. They're not a similar game. I'm just saying his skill level and his ability in the NBA is just as high as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But I totally agree with you. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they not on the level of just his ability to not think about what's going to happen after the dunk. He just goes in for anything and just jumps at and over anybody with no thought of the consequences.
It's like he tries to break the rim.
Shaq style.
Shaq style. Like he trying to break the rim. Like dunk so hard the rim bend. Like
that's what it looked like last night.
That's what it looked like last night. Man, that's what it looked like last night.
That was serious, man. And honestly, John Collins sat there for so long, DB, I started feeling sorry for him for a second, man. I'm like, man, why? I'm like, as long as you sitting here, John Collins, you making this dunk look worse and worse on yourself, bro.
Yeah. I'm when it happened, and he landed and he fell. I said, "What happened? Did he kick him in the face?"
Because he was holding his head. He was holding his head. I was on the same thing. Like, what happened? Did the follow through punch you in the face? And when you watch the replay, he didn't. He didn't. You know how when cats get dunked on and they go up for the block and they don't expect it. What I think it was is he knew that was bad, so he kind of tried to sit there and fake like something flagrant happened. But you got to understand, John Collins, they're gonna replay it and they're gonna replay it slow, and we gonna see ain't nothing happen to you except you're sitting there with hurt feelings, right?
With hurt feelings, that's right. You know what I mean? Get up and have some self-respect, have some dignity for yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was crazy, man. And then Anthony Edwards, the way he held his hand as if he just had got some power come through it.
No, that was the hand that was hurt.
Yeah, but the way he held it, you would have thought that he was on the Avengers or something.
I agree, man. It did look powers. Yeah, man. It looked It looked like that Kyrie. It kind of looked like what Kyrie did after the shot over Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
It was dope, man. It was dope. It was dope, man. And who would think that a game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Jazz could have so much excitement? But it wasn't just that dunk. I'm telling you, I watched those highlights. Anthony Edwards was on some Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan level, taking over that game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. I think Kobe Bryant, I think he used to say no better, man. Kobe Bryant, I say some Michael Jordan. I agree, you know what I mean?
That killer instinct that, hey, I'm gonna do this, we not finna lose this. That's what was going on yesterday with AE. Even though he was just playing the Jazz. But I don't know, I think maybe he might be taking an approach that I gotta put this team on my back. We don't got Cat no more. And we're not finna fall out of the playoffs because it looks like he's turned his game up a notch since Cat's been out.
Yeah. So, I think he's gonna try to carry the team as much as he can. Get him as far as he can. We know it's gonna take a little more than what he's bringing. Cause
he's gonna need some help. Somebody else gonna have to show up to work with him.
He's gonna need some help. Especially with your boy out, he's a big piece. He's a big factor,
right? As
a big man to that game that you go. He's just like Embiid to 76ers. they need him. So
I agree.
He can only carry them as far as he can. You know what I mean? Yeah. But shout out to him, man, because he most definitely taking the cake, man. He most definitely
shout out Ant-Man, bro, because he gave me something to be excited about other than a Laker game and just the regular stuff that excites us on a night like a Monday night in the NBA. Man, thank you, Anthony Edwards. We really appreciate that, bro. I'm sure John Collins and his people don't, though.